a beautiful rainy morning. Good morning and welcome to Carnival Breakfast Show. Come to you from Carnival Radio. This is newspaper review. I am Joseph Oyokola. Good morning and welcome once again. This morning on Carnival Breakfast Show, newspaper review segment, I have different newspaper with me. This morning I have Punch, I have Tribune newspaper, I have Daily Post, and I have Vanguard. But to begin the news, here are the headlines. 11 PDP governors urge Supreme Court to halt reverse emergency rule. Plateau killings. IG orders deployment of asset tactical squads. Communal clashes. Adeleke relaxes curfew ahead of Waske. 21 months after NDLEA abandons family of 2-year-old toddler killed, a survivor risks blindness. In the state, court bars administrator Ibas from appointing LGA coordinators. Now to the news and details. 82 of 11 governors of the People's Democratic Party have approached the Supreme Court challenging what powers President Bola Tinubu has to suspend a democratically elected structure of a state. The suit filed by the governors also challenges the declaration of a state of emergency rule in Rivers State, where the media previously reported that the suit had been filed before the Supreme Court. The governor's suit was actually only filed before the Apex Court on Tuesday. This was exclusively confirmed to newsmen by the Director of Information and Public Relations of the Supreme Court, Dr. Festus Akade. President Bola Tinubu had on March 18 declared a state of emergency in Rivers State and suspended Governor Siminalayi Fubara, the State Deputy Governor Mrs. Ngozi Odu, and all elected members of the Rivers State House of Assembly for an initial period of 6 months. Following the suspension, President Tinubu appointed Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, retired, as the sole administrator to oversee the affairs of Rivers State pending the period of the suspension. Why? The legislature at the National Assembly on their part supported the president's decision to implement the suspension. Aggrieved by the suspension melted out to one of its fellow party governors. 11 PDP state governors approached the Supreme Court to challenge the suspension, the declaration of emergency rule in Rivers State, and the appointment of the sole administrator before the highest court in the country. This news was sourced from the Punch newspaper. 11 PDP governors urged Supreme Court to halt reverse emergency rule. Meanwhile, a federal high court sitting Port Harcourt has restrained the sole administrator of Rivers State, Ibok Ete Ibas, from appointing coordinators to oversee the 23 local government areas in the state. The presiding judge, Adamu Mohammed, issued the restraining order after an ex-parte application filed by Palex Center for Civic Education Initiative, a civil society organization, CSO, led by Courage Insiru Wano. Newsmen have reported that the sole administrator is the only respondent in the suit. Insiru Mofud deposed to a 14-paragraph affidavit to support the application. The applicant prayed the court for an order for interim injunction restraining the respondent, his agent, and anyone acting through him or for him or on his instruction or authority from appointing the sub-administrator or whatsoever name so called for the 23 local government areas of the state. Counsel to the applicant A.O. Emiete moved the motion for the ex parte application. The judge, after listening to the motion, granted the application and ruled that the respondent should appear before the court to show cause why the application should not be granted. The case was adjourned to April 14 for hearing. In the meantime, nearly 2 years after the killings of a 2-year-old toddler, Ivan Omokogbe, and the shooting on his 1-year-old junior brother Omekogbe Eromosele left eyes by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) in Delta State, the family are yet to get justice. Newsmen had reported that the stray bullet from the NDLEA operatives shut the door, resulting in the death of the elder brother Ivan Omekogbe, while his 1-year-old sibling Omekogbe Eromosele was shot in his left eyes. Newsmen also recall that the duo were shot at their mother's shop on Thursday, July 13, 2023, during a raid for drug peddlers in the Opena area of Delta State by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA). 4 months after the incident, precisely on November 5, 2023, the Delta State government and the authorities of the agency disclosed the plan to fly the 1-year-old Omekogbe Eromosele to the United States of America for treatment. Newsmen, however, gathered that 21 months after the incident, the young Omekogbe Eromosele had not been flown to the USA for treatment, no compensation paid to the family for the killing of the 2-year-old Ivan Omekogbe. Speaking on the incident as of the petitions before his committee, Senator Neda Imeseu described the 20 million offer to be paid as compensation to the family by the authorities of the NDLEA as unacceptable. This news was sourced from Daily Post newspaper 21 months after NDLEA abandons family of 2-year-old toddler killed. A survivor risk blindness. In another news, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has ordered the immediate and comprehensive deployment of police tactical assets on troubling communities in Plateau State. In a statement on Wednesday morning, the Force Public Relations Officer Oluimiwa Adejobi said the deployment was in response to the series of attacks and killings that have plagued some communities in Boko's local government area since March 28. Adejobi said the decisive action underscores the Nigerian police force's resolve to restoring peace, ensuring the safety and security of all residents, and bringing perpetrators of these heinous crimes to justice. He said the Inspector General of Police had tasked the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of the Department of Operations, the IG Kwazi Yakubu, to lead and coordinate this critical intervention with significant reinforcements, including additional units of highly trained tactical personnel, state-of-the-art drones for enhanced surveillance, armored personnel carriers unit of police mobile force, helicopters, and specialized platoons from the Special Intervention Squad. AW said these resources will be strategically deployed to conduct special operations aimed at effectively curbing the incessant attacks which have tragically resulted in the loss of innocent lives. This news was sourced from Vanguard newspaper. Plateau killings. Inspector General of Police ordered deployment of asset tactical squads. On to the last news on newspaper review this brief morning. Oyo State Governor Ademola Adeleke on Tuesday directed that the previous 17-hour curfew he imposed on the 3 warring communities of Lobu, Ifo, and earning will soon be relaxed to 12 hours. The governor linked his decision to the West African Senior School Certificate Examination starting on April 24, saying the situation would not be allowed to impair student education. The communities had been recently embroiled in violent clashes that claimed many lives and left several buildings razed by hoodlums. In a statement on Tuesday, the State Commissioner for Information and Public Enlightenment, Kolapo Halimi, said the governor's decision to relax the curfew was based on reports of gradual return of peace to the affected communities. He also said the adjustment in the time frame of the curfew would allow students citing the senior secondary school certificate examination and unified tertiary matriculation examinations to be able to do so without any form of hindrance. The statement quoted Adeleke as reaffirming his administration's commitment to doing everything morally and officially possible to bring the communal fracas in the three communities to an amicable end. This news was sourced from the Nation newspaper. Communal clashes. Adeleke relaxes curfew ahead of Waske. To bring the newspaper review to a close this morning, here is a recap of headlines. 11 PDP governors urge Supreme Court to halt reverse emergency rule. Plateau claims Inspector General of Police orders deployment of asset tactical squads. Criminal clashes. Adeleke relaxes curfew ahead of Waske. 12 months after NDLEA abandons family of 2-year-old toddler killed, a survivor risks blindness. River State court bars Administrator Ibas from appointing local government area coordinators. And with that, we've come to the end of Newspaper Review. Thank you very much for listening. You can download Carnival Media app from Google Play Store and app iOS. You can also check out our website at www.carnivalmedia.ng. My name is Joseph Oyokola. Good morning and please do well to enjoy the rest of your day.